Hi everyone, I'm Rockdor44 and this is another episode of my survival Minecraft series, Agony and Ecstasy. I'm playing on Java 1.16.3 on my very own Hipcraft server. It's how I play. I know my videos have been a bit all over the place lately and really this whole series, but I've been watching other streamers, and their chat always asks them, how can I get on your server? How can I play with you? And those streamers usually say, don't try to play with us, make your own server. So that's what I've done. I've always respected the work that other creators have done, but now, through making this series, I'm understanding how difficult it is to play Minecraft while talking and while trying to do something else. I'd really like to thank everyone who's been watching, liking, commenting, and otherwise just giving me a little support while I make this video. And if support isn't the right word, maybe patience is a better word. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Now, let's do something. Alright, so I've been working on the gold farm a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I mean a very little bit. So far, what I've got is a very tall stack of dirt with ladders on it leading up to the top. And it takes quite a while, well, not like a terribly long time, but it takes a while to climb up these ladders. So I try to consolidate my trips up and down. But this is what I've got so far. The little sticks you see sticking out are my ghast proofing that are up above that first layer of magma blocks. And that's all I have, is that much of one floor. Now, it's not completely symmetrical, and I don't really care. It could be bigger, like to get maximum, returns on this investment of a farm. It could be up to, I think, 23 blocks long, 23 blocks, like from the center column. Well, this is half that distance. This is only 12 out from here, I believe. I have to double check. I have Frostwalker 2 boots on, so the magma cubes don't burn my feet, which is helping me a whole lot. That's great. But one false step over here, like you fall down here, which I've already done a couple times, you're dead. Now, the good thing is all your stuff just splatters, and it's pretty easy to get back. But yeah, it does take kind of a while to run back and forth. These platforms, I chose this size because I don't know if I'm going to need anything more than this. If I do need something bigger, I can always come back here and extend the ghast platform, the ghast anti-spawning bars, and I can also increase the perimeter of the magma block platforms as I get more and more magma blocks. And if I don't get any more, and if this farm is like really slow, I might have to do something about it. But if it's decent, I mean, it's not going to be fully automatic and super, profitable. But it should be good enough for me, a single player, just doing survival type stuff. So I do have some bigger plans, bigger builds planned, which I will need more blocks for. Things like gold blocks. So having a good gold farm, obviously it's going to be nice, but it's not going to be the end of the world if this farm is kind of a bust. So the platforms I've seen in farms have been circular because there's a spawning radius around the player, and it's the most efficient, shape to make. But I'm not like super crazy about it needing to be, absolutely 100% efficient. I don't need, 90,000 drops per hour. So I think just making this kind of like a plus sign, and it's not even symmetrical. I can always address that later. But I think this will be good enough. Now the center, this is going to be where all the pigmen or the zombified piglins run over, and they hopefully fall down like a trap. If this is going to be mostly air blocks, and it's going to be encased on all four sides with trapdoors, I think I'm going to use acacia, see how those look. But I'm going to put those all over this column, and every 2 dirt blocks, actually at the floor level. So there's going to be 1 turtle egg here, 1 turtle egg at this level, and so on all the way down, for as little as 3 floors up to about 5 floors. I think the maximum, it depends on like what gold farm I was looking at, but I think 9 or 11 levels was the maximum, so it's not going to be any bigger than that. And like I say, it's probably only going to have 3 or maybe 5 levels. I didn't know the order how I was going to build this. I knew I was going to build these gas-proof bars first, and as I was putting this layer down, I was thinking maybe I should leave the turtle eggs out, so that way the zombified piglins just kind of chill out up here and they don't all rush the center. But now I'm thinking maybe I should put those eggs in here just so I don't have to come back and deal with them later. I don't know, what do you guys think? Well, I think I'm going to take these out, and yeah, I'm going to take care of this right now. I'm going to add the turtle eggs. There's going to be 1 there. I'm going to put the trapdoors all around it. I'm afraid when I do this, there's going to be like, a bunch of guys going to spawn and try to get me. Try to get me. Or go after this egg. But we're safe now. I don't think. Oh, that might not work. Yeah. So if I put 1 there, I think I'm gonna have to. No, not there. But we're safe. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to move this chest out of the way. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to do something about this. Oh. No problem. I'm a professional. I'm not a professional Minecrafter, but I am a professional. So keep calm. Yep, see, there we go. That can't be there. There needs to be 2 blocks of airspace above the egg. Let's just move all this stuff over here for now. Let's put that up there. Put that up there. And we're gonna... Oh, but once I do this, how am I gonna get down? Yeah. Details. So, each one of these platforms, at least this platform, was 8 stacks of magma blocks and 2. Yeah, that's a lot of magma. Ooh, that's a lot. It isn't symmetrical. I'm really not that concerned about it. As you can hear, my tummy is rumbling because I've been working on this thing for so long. No, I'm just kidding. Those are the zombie pigmen, and they are. Ooh, do not fall down there. And they're spawning. I wouldn't say a crazy amount, not at all. There's 3 on that level, and what have we got here? 3. Oh, we got a few more up here. And apparently a chicken has died. So I think this will be a pretty decent farm. It'll have decent rates. So what I'm doing now is just finishing this up a little bit. I'm enclosing this whole center portion with trapdoors. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Doing something here. This way the eggs won't get trampled. Excuse me, sir. You and your son or daughter may move out of my way. Thank you. I am, just doing a little egg protection here. I'm gonna put the eggs in last, or at least deal with it last, because because that's the way I'm gonna do it. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 floors done. I have marked out the spacing for 2 other floors, but for right now, I think I'm good. I think I'm good working on this. Not to mention that I'm out of magma blocks. So yeah, this is just going to sit here for a while until I go get more magma blocks, and then I'll come back and I'll add a couple more layers. So we figured out that I need 8 layers, 8 stacks, and a couple, 8 stacks and a couple of magma blocks to do 1 floor. So I'll have a number. I have 2 more to do, so that's going to be 16. I'm going to go for 17 stacks of magma cubes. 17. Yeah, it's a lot, but I think it's totally doable. So now I'm just going to head back to my base here, back to the spawn shack, and leave this hot place behind me. I think I'm gonna go work on something else, just because I'm feeling kind of hot and sweaty, and I've been holding down the shift key for so long. I need a break. I need blue skies and I need clouds. So join me in one moment while we get a breath of fresh air. So this is a very similar way as to how I got my ice before. I just went up in a snowy area. This just happens to be next to the roof shack. Grab my Silk Touch pickaxe. Now, I didn't make this fancy X shape when I did it before, but what this does is it keeps these blocks being water source blocks. And when you have 2 water source blocks, when they touch, they flow into each other, they make another water source block. So I can just mine all these away. And for the most part, it's not a perfect system, I don't think. Like sometimes the water glitches, or there's a bit of a delay, and see the water stays flowing even though it shouldn't. Sometimes it fills itself in, and sometimes it doesn't. But this way, I don't know, every, say, 10 minutes or so, I will come out here and I'll mine all these ice blocks up, and then I'll go and I'll sit in my hidey hole right over here. I'll block myself in and just wait for more ice to form. It's not like a terribly exciting thing, but and I don't know how big this area is, like how big this little lake is, but it's gotten me quite a bit of the ice. And I need this for an upcoming project. So you can just sort of walk around here even and just pick them up one by one. But I found that's a little bit slow and a little bit tedious. So I just, once I harvest, I just come in here. Let me get some more water. I also have an emergency source block here, just in case I lose my bucket, somehow. But anyway, after I mine the lake up, I come in here, and I didn't get all this just from what I just mined up. I got maybe 2.5 or 2 or 1.5 or 2 stacks. So I would come in here and I would just drag one stack of this ice around, and I'd make all this packed ice. Now I don't quite need that much packed ice, but 51. Let's go for a full stack. Oh, so close. So close, people. 62. Needed 2 more. Okay. So now I've got 2.5 stacks of the regular ice. I got 1 stack of packed ice, and more ice is forming out here as we do all that work. So that's already 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 blocks right there. So it ain't an automatic farm, but it's pretty easy, and it's close by. So if I ever need ice, which I do for a project right over there somewhere, and over here somewhere, you have an idea of what I'm going to do to these 2 places that involves ice and water. Yeah, let me know. I'll show you in a minute. Oh boy. Look out. This guy. Coming through. I'm just gonna come in here and see if, can he open doors? No, he can't open doors. So this trapdoor right here that leads down to a hole in the ground with some water down there, this is my little bit of ecstasy here. Oh yeah, getting all those crops, and we're gonna save some carrots, but what we're gonna do is open this up, and we're gonna throw the wheat, and we're gonna throw the carrots right down that hole, and that hole leads to a pretty cool spot. So what I did down here is I dug down deep enough where I'm gonna miss the iron farm, and this is where I drop things down. So 1 block back, I put a water source, and then as the water source ran out, to make the water source, I just use ice, just regular old ice. This, I believe, is packed ice. Yep. So whenever the water runs out, just dig down, put a piece of packed ice, put a sign there, and then put a piece of ice here, just regular old ice, and then break it with your fist, and when it breaks, it turns into a water source. And you just have to keep doing that for as long as you want your little item transporter thing to go. See, if we drop some items, you see it zooming off there in the distance. Goes pretty fast. Faster than I can run through water, apparently. So I had to jog around here to go around the iron farm that's up there. And anytime I wanted to turn the corner, I just got to the corner. I put a water source block there, and I dug it down here, put in the packed ice. And it doesn't matter how far this is. You just need the items to be washed this way. It slides across the ice, and it gets picked up by this water stream, and it heads back this way. Turning corners is really easy. Oh, this area here, this was just a bunch of gravel. But turning corners is that easy. It just comes up here. You dig down. You put a piece of packed ice. You dig in there one. You put a water source. And all the items get flushed out this way. You need the signs here to hold back the water source. And when we get to this point, I needed to lift the items up. So I have the packed ice here, soul sand, and I have a little bit of a bubble elevator here. And once the items come up here, again, I have another water source block, one back, washing out over these hoppers, and then the items, they just get sucked into the hoppers, and then they get put into chests down here at the the trading hall. And to get out of here, I'm gonna have to kind of make a little bit of a mess, I think. Yeah, probably. Let's block that off there. We'll go in here, and this should be able to fix it there. So all those items come up the bubble column, the bubble elevator, the item elevator. And I probably only need one hopper because I'm not really transporting a whole bunch of items. But I decided just to do this because I have an iron farm and I can afford to make a bunch of hoppers. So the hoppers just feed into this top chest, another hopper below that one into this chest, and I can go as far as I want. And all these hoppers will keep putting items into the chests here. And they come down here at the bottom, and well, you see this is the spruce planks that I threw in the water stream. They're the wheat, and I threw in a bunch of carrots too, but this is everything that probably came through. Now all I need to do is grab all that stuff, come up here, and trade wheat for the wheat guy, and trade carrots and potatoes and anything else. If I have other items that I want to transport here, that I want to trade with, I may make more of these item conveyor belt things that link other areas of my world here together. So they all show up here. You know, they go into the water stream somehow, either along that route or they converge here. And I'll have items here waiting for me to do some trading whenever I need it. Well, I'd say today has been a very productive day. The gold farm is huge. That's one less thing we're going to have to worry about. It's not totally done yet, but it'll get there. Just working in the Nether, you know how stressful it is. Always holding down shift, trying not to fall to your death. Yeah. And this little farm conveyor belt that had to go underneath this river and goes all the way to the trading hall. Huge time saver. Huge time saver. We are getting closer and closer to 100% ecstasy here. And I'm glad that you're all sticking with me. I hope you're all enjoying the series. If you like it, hit the like button. If you want to know more about future builds, then hit the subscribe button. And there will be notifications of builds coming up and episodes that are coming out. And you'll stay up to date with me here on the Hipcraft server. in my Agony and Ecstasy series. I'm Rockdoor44. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate y'all. Bye.